Okay, let's get this live started. This is Awkward Occurrence or Awkward Entertainment. We're going to be going over McDonald's CEO steps down. I believe his last name is Easterbrook. Steps down after having a sexual relationship with an employee. Okay, now the news articles don't say whether the employee was male or female. Doesn't say much or nothing right now. They have all the information. They're only releasing, hey, he stepped down because the board of directors said he had to go because he had a relationship. And you know, in the hashtag Me Too post movement, you got these laws that's been in place already. These laws been in place that managers, bosses shouldn't sleep with employees. Anybody shouldn't. It's your business as far as sleeping with an employee. Because, working in the workplace, you sleep with an employee. When employees sleep with each other, it makes it uncomfortable, especially when your relationship goes sour and you got to continue to work with them. But let's get into this video. And we're also going to be looking at Mr. Dribble, Senator Dribble. I forget his first name. I remember everybody's last name. Right now, I can remember everybody's first name. So Senator Dribble was a victim of so-called revenge porn when his virtual lover, some guy he met on internet, sent naked photos of him to his senator colleagues to their email addresses. So the person the Senator Dribble of Minnesota met online, he met him online, but they met once in person. Anyway, the naked photos that the senator, and this senator on the right, in the picture with the glasses, he's married to another man, and he had a adulterous relationship. Anyway, you're not supposed to be married to gay people. Gay people are not supposed to get married under the holy covenant of the Bible. Let's make that known right now. Anyway, he had another relationship outside of the relationship he had with this other man, and the man he was cheating with sent photos to his coworkers, basically. So go look up Senator Dribble of Minnesota and McDonald's CEO Easterbrook. But let's get right into this video. I'm gonna let it play, and I'll probably do some commentary at the end. So if you caught my last broadcast, you basically know I know how I feel about this. Let's play this. Basically, I'm Christian, so the word of God is the truth, nothing but the truth. So help you God. And these people are sworn in on the Bible, but they're homosexual and they're so corrupt. But they put their hand on that Bible, being homosexual. So it's freaking disgusting what's going on. Let's get into this.
An alleged case of revenge porn, and this time the victim.
So the first one gonna be Senator Dribble and his homosexual lover sending photos. Let's get into this.
Is Minnesota State Senator Scott Dibble. Someone he had an online relationship with sent explicit texts and pictures to Dibble's colleagues in the Senate. As John Croman reports, it came after months of threats from the man.
People who are... Senator Scott Dibble of Minneapolis has been in the legislature for 19 years, leading the charge on transportation funding and the Freedom to Marry bill. Now he's in an entirely different kind of fight after being hit with revenge porn.
This morning I became aware of an email that was sent.
I guess I'm doing commentary while it goes. Freedom to Marry bill is perverts getting married to other perverts. LBGTQSIYZX.
To my colleagues from someone who had been a friend of mine, which also contained some images, some photographs that were of an intensely private, personal, and explicit nature.
Senator Dibble and his husband of 11 years, Richard Leva, sat down with Minnesota Public Radio hours after Dibble notified colleagues explaining the explicit mail that some of them had received.
He committed a crime. This is revenge porn.
Dibble said he had an online relationship with a man who lives outside the country. The other man wanted to come to Minnesota and take it to the next level, but Dibble refused. So the man, according to Dibble, began to threaten him.
I've been
So Dribble and his husband sat down with the news. I'm surprised the husband not mad that his husband was cheating on him with another guy and sending naked photos. And the guy threatened him for months because the guy wanted to be more intimate. Let's continue.
Has been threatened and harassed.
We passed the law for revenge porn in 2016 because we know this happens to people.
Senator Susan Kent of Woodbury did not receive the mail, but she did reach out to offer support to Dibble.
I think he'll get a lot of grace on this one. You know, that people recognize he's a good guy and a good public servant.
Minnesota Public Radio contacted the person who sent these messages. He says he lives in Singapore now, so the odds of him coming back here to face criminal charges for revenge porn are pretty slim. In St. Paul, John Croman, KARE 11 News.
John also attempted to contact the man who shared the pictures of Dibble, but the email bounced back as undeliverable.
We're at sea right now, former McDonald's USA CEO.
All right, before we get into McDonald's, the husband is not divorcing the other husband, which is Mr. Dribble's husband, not divorcing him for having a relationship outside of their perverted relationship. And what did they say? Oh. So in relation to Katie Hill, Democrat Katie Hill, California, and her throuple, Mr. Dribble did indeed cheat on his spouse with an outside person, which is unethical, which me personally and a lot of people, we don't want cheaters in the Senate. We don't want people who cheat on their partners. We really don't want perverts in the Senate or homosexuals. That just gonna degrade the morals of the next future leaders, aka, i.e., your children. What you see now, your children in a lot of countries, and it's coming to America, or already in America, your children are being taught in school how to be a homosexual, how to be transgenders, how to accept being immoral, perverted people. And your children are being taught to do open relationships, which open relationships is when you date multiple people and they all know about it. That's immoral. That's sexual deviance. Nobody's stupid. We see this shit. Only one stupid are the LGBTQ people, or the people who don't know God's real. Well, they're too busy sinning, doing drugs, doing God knows what. So in relation to Katie Hill, he's lucky that this wasn't a campaign staffer, or his ass would be gone. His ass would be gone. So that's how it works. I ain't gonna say no more. Let's continue. This next segment is about McDonald's CEO who was fired for having a relationship with an employee. And I don't remember them saying if the employee was male or female. So let's get into this. My thing on that, if you want to have a relationship with somebody in the workplace, go right ahead. Because we know if y'all break up, something happened, it's going to be some trauma, it's going to be some drama at the workplace. So I'm just going to, when people date in the workplace and that drama comes, I seen it, I'm just going to be laughing, looking at their drama. Like nobody told y'all to date each other because you got to work with each other. You make it more uncomfortable to work with each other and work around you when y'all up there arguing in the workplace. So, don't miss business with pleasure. Just because of the arguments, just because of all the falling out on the clock you're going to be doing. Just don't do it. But I don't have a problem with people dating other people when y'all work at the same job. But y'all take that risk and y'all go through all that drama yourselves. The only problem is the perverted, homosexual, abomination acts that they do. If it's between male and female, fine. Male and male, female and female, that's against the law. It's against the law to do same sex. It's against the law. Let's get into Mr. Easterbrook. Let's get into Mr. Easterbrook.
Was still actively involved in all things in that industry. Ed, did this policy exist in the days you were there? I mean, for even all franchises, that sort of thing?
It did for a very long time. McDonald's has got a family image, and we serve families across the country. And we held ourselves to a very high standard. And Mr. Easterbrook had a very serious lapse in judgment. I think the board acted quickly. I think the consequences are correct. I think McDonald's is a very strong organization. They've got great talented people. You see how swiftly they replaced him. I look forward to a prosperous journey with McDonald's as a customer and a stockholder. The greatest strength McDonald's has, and nobody should ever forget this, are the McDonald's franchisees, the owner-operators, the people that are in those stores every day, running those stores, meeting with the public, selling product, and engaging in a way that makes that company extremely strong. They'll recover from this. They'll make smart decisions, and I think the new leadership will carry on and improve what's been happening, and I think it's a great company, and I think they're going to do well.
All right, so as I understand it, Ed, employees at McDonald's can date one another. It's just what got very thorny here was the fact that it was a boss, and we don't know who leaked out that this relationship was going on, or maybe it was not exactly a widely held secret, but what do you make of that?
Well, the reality of it is, anytime a superior officer of the company is dating a subordinate, that has an adverse effect on everybody around them, because other people in the company say, is that person getting an advantage because of the relationship with the boss? What's going on? And it's just inappropriate. And in this day and age, it is just unthinkable that anybody would do that. The mistake was made. It's been corrected. But everybody better take note in all industry across the country. This is a bad relationship when a superior is dating a subordinate, because everybody gets hurt. The stockholders got hurt today. The employees got hurt. The reputation got hurt.
And the stock was down. People sold off. People didn't sell their stock because the CEO was dating somebody. That's the narrative they're pushing. Oh, people sold the stock. The stock was down because they were dating people, because the CEO was dating an employee. It don't make no sense to sell your stock that's up 91% over a couple years. Does that make sense? The stock you bought a couple years ago is up 91%, and you're going to sell it because he's dating an employee. Nah, dog.
Brooks going to walk away with a lot of money, but he was terminated. Nothing's good going to come out of this, except it ought to wake people up and do what's right.
You know what's interesting about this? You mentioned the USA operations head, Chris Kapczynski, who's taking over right now, pretty much echoing he's going to continue the policies that Easterbrook was orchestrating for more efficient drive-thrus, more variation in the menu and all of that. So not much will change as far as business operations, which I guess, to your point, is a net good, right?
Absolutely. The strategies are pretty good, and the reality of it is, every time McDonald's executives get off and the ship starts taking on water, it gets off course, the franchisees bring it back. They've got an immense invested interest in that company succeeding, and they don't mind speaking their mind. They were at cross purposes about 18 months ago. Management woke up, listened to the franchisees, I think on a much better footing today. I think McDonald's has got a good path ahead for them, and they'll make adjustments as they need to, like any business should do when things are getting into rough water.
This was even happening under Easterbrook's reign here, that somehow the company stumbled when it came to chicken, and chicken sandwiches that now are being dominated by Chick-fil-A, of course Popeyes. How did McDonald's screw up there?
I have no idea, frankly.
I'm not going to get into why their chicken sandwiches suck, because they freaking suck. Okay, let's recap. Senator Dribble on the right, top hand corner, was in a relationship with another man when he had a commitment to another man. So his mistress ended up sending photos to his senator colleagues by email. And he still has his job because he wasn't dating a subordinate. Then again, he's homosexual perverted. I think he was sworn in on the Bible. I know presidents are sworn in on the Bible. The McDonald's CEO, this all happened within a week. Within less than a week after Katie Hill gave her resignation speech. It's been a couple of days. This all coming out. This was all seemed planned to me. Seemed phony baloney by these elites. Yes, they got something in the works for the citizens of the world. They got some kind of shit in work. The McDonald's CEO, Mr. Easterbrook, was fired for sleeping with an employee. And yeah, Katie Hill, Tharpo, a bunch of perverted sexual shit in the news. And again, I don't have a problem with employees dating each other. Just when it's homosexual, perverted shit, I got a problem with that. I got a problem with senators being perverted. Because you pervert the nation, which is going on, a perverted nation, immoral nation. So much suicide amongst the LGBTQ transgender community. Yeah, because your mind's not right. And that's about it, folks. So let's read the pictures. Now go Ronald McDonald in the left corner, left top corner. She said she was hungry, so I gave her a McDick. Okay. I think Ronald McDonald gave a McDick to one of his employees. So the police kicking him out his establishment. Then you got what Senator Dribble is in the right top corner. She came for the McDick with a smile. You know, a lot of women these days are promiscuous, hoish, because everybody does sex before marriage, just about everybody. Everybody just about is dating more than one person without the other person knowing, unless you're in one of those perverted homosexual open relationships. And of course, adultery is rebellion. Adultery is just not a sexual act. It is a rebellion, a violent act meant to break the bonds of the holy covenant of marriage. And that word holy is Bible. Coming in this live right here. This has been Awkward Occurrence with Awkward Entertainment, and I'll see you in the next video. I ain't got no money. I'm waiting for your ass to come.